Well, we're back again. It's your boy Low, and you are listening Low on the Listen to Low show, brought by Sweet Five Production. More I said once, I'm going to say it again. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Because you never know who I miss when you're listening Low. And the motivational quote of the day, always move your feet, because fast feet eat, slow feet sleep. And boy, I got a good one for you guys today. I want you to start thinking right now. What are you going to do when the feet stop moving? And when your feet stop moving, the world keeps moving. I'm bothered a little bit today because I'm thinking about all the athletes that want to be a professional, from the youth to high school to college to a professional sport. They all want to be a professional. But the thing is, the path to be a professional is not easy. There's always going to be different obstacles in the road to get to the promised land, to go from the darkness to get to the light. What are we going to do to help our athletes to make their dream come true? Make their dream become true, or the reality. Because there's a difference in having a dream and reality. We already know that. I always tell athletes, write down 3 goals you want to reach. And if you reach 2 out of 3, reality sets in. If you reach all 3, your goal was completed. Because everyone dream big, but no one want to go through the process to reach the ultimate goal. And that'll be a professional athlete. We pushing our kids to be a professional athlete. But the problem is, if their expectations the same expectation as yours, we got to take ourselves out of it a little bit and put ourselves in the athlete's shoes. Because at one point of time in their life, the sport is going to end. And that letter 3 NFL really truly not ever going to change. Not for long. It's getting shorter and shorter. Why? Injuries again becoming faster and faster. The direction of the game is changing. Because NFL now is really not the ultimate goal in a sense, because they're getting paid in the college. We got to make sure that these kids and these athletes understand that eventually they have to get a job. They have to have a normal life. They have to work for a living outside of sports. I'll never forget my friend Warren Sapp told me, I'm about to go to work. I said, why do you have a job and you play for the Buccaneers? He said, that is my job. My job is go out there and play for the Buccaneers. So I gotta go to work through the week. Then I gotta perform on Sundays and sometimes Monday night and not even sometimes even Thursday. I had to get that in my brain. But if you don't make it to that high level, like a Warren Sapp and like a Ray Lewis, or do the right thing, the right investment, where you headed now? I feel like everything that's going on with the colleges, we got to prepare our kids for the real world. At my job, we do a thing called the real world scenarios. Real world scenarios. Because when an athlete goes through college, they all tell them, yeah, you do this in college, you work hard, you get your degree, and you go to the NFL, or you go to the NBA, or you go to MLB, or you go to the Olympics. Right? That's what they tell them. But they fail to tell them, if you do not make it there, that degree not as strong anymore. See, everybody want to rush time I go to college, get a degree, but when it comes to sports, especially football, that degree ain't as powerful as you think. Everybody want to talk about, the network system, and we got the biggest alumni base, and we have the best backing. Yeah, at Navy Academy, Air Force, West Point, Harvard, Yale, maybe them schools. But I know, hands down, there's hundreds of schools, maybe 1,000 schools, that when their kids come out with a degree, their job is not even making them $40,000 a year. Then they get a guy over here who got a degree from Yale making 80 to 100, but a guy over here got a high school diploma making 40,000. How do a guy with a high school diploma and a guy over here with a college degree make the same amount of money? Okay, let's go back old school. What does a plumber make? What does an AC technician make? What do an electrician makes? Let me help you. Being that Coach Low for Life, also an entrepreneur and own real estate and own different properties, I called an AC company over to one of my condos. And I asked him, can you check out, because it said the AC is running hot. He seems to go downstairs. He said, your freon is very low. I said, okay, let me get a second opinion. I called a good friend of mine. He said, yes, your freon is very low. I said, well, how much it cost? He said, well, the pressure is a ton. If based on where you at, it's going to be about $1,000. So I called my friend back. He said, yes, $1,000, but of course he gave me a deal. So you telling me an AC tech come out and he do his job and he $1,000 what it costs to put the freon for the AC to get cold. $1,000. Just to inspect the AC is $150. To just do a tune-up is $250. So if you have your own company, look at the type of money that you're making, especially in the state of Florida, because AC technicians and electricians are busy every single day of the week. They are busy. So I got technicians, I got electricians and plumbers making $100,000 or more dollars a year, but don't have a college degree. I got a friend that worked for Waste Management. He rode a rollover truck. $67,000, no degree. I'm not saying don't go get your college degree. What I'm saying is we are setting our athlete up for failure by allowing the colleges to put them through all this football, change their schedules, change their classes, and put them in sociology, a degree that only gives them a job making $30,000 to $40,000 a year. And don't say, oh, that's better than nothing, because that's not the case. Because you can make that type of money without going to college. I feel like setting a petition. I think we should just get up there and say, no way, do not allow my athlete to go to school for them type of classes. Now, can some of them handle a rigorous, a tough schedule? Of course not. Some are not smart enough, but here's what I do know. When you graduate college, they don't say your GPA. They might say cum laude, but they don't get to all that. Your degree and that degree, when all said and done, you have a degree. All I know is we have to do better. And so here's my suggestion. And I want your thoughts on this right here. If I go to college for football and I got to take 16 credits or 12 credits, why not have 3 of them credits be a trade school credit? So I take all my basic classes, and then one of my classes is to be a plumber. Now here's the problem. I asked my kids, why are you taking this class about the school history or the Christianity or stuff make no. Why are we taking Spanish? Why are we taking Spanish and foreign language in college when we're not gonna speak it, don't want to speak it, ain't doing nothing to speak it, you're not gonna remember it? And half the time, most kids not taking it, they getting somebody else to take it for them because they don't want to learn it. I took Spanish 2 honors, and don't know. All I know is hola, uno, dos, tres, and I am a successful businessman. Why is Spanish part of our criteria? Spanish people should have a criteria to speak English because they came over here. We don't need to learn Spanish unless we want to. Spanish need to be a choice, not a force. That's simple. Take out Spanish and add in plumbing. Make them take 1 plumbing class every semester for the 4 years. Even when they transfer, they got to continue that class. Or if they can't, nothing I can do about that if the other school don't have plumbing. Or have something that's related to it. Real estate, electrician, technician. Every kid need to come out with a trade. They need to stop calling it minor and call it a trade. So if I came out with a degree from Notre Dame or UCF in hospitality or TV and film production, but on the side I got a real estate license. On the side I got an electrician license. So now when I'm home, when I'm done with NFL or college period, now when I go to Carrier AC, I'm coming in with a license as Carrier AC, and I'm coming in with a college degree from Notre Dame, UCF, Boston College, Washington State. Think about that. I got 2 ways, 2 incomes. If that's the case, I can still, maybe I can go have a sociology now and make $40,000, be a PE teacher, or what the case might be, and then have my trade on the side. Maybe I can have a part-time gig working at an AC company making $45, $50 an hour. Maybe I have to start my own little company, own little business. We are our athletes have been set up for failure. They're not been set up for success. You think they are? They're not. Because if they were set up for success, then they won't be coming home making $30,000, $40,000 a year. They'll be making way more. You went through all that, surgeries, ACLs, Achilles, shoulder surgeries, all that for the team, get a degree, and come home and come back and get a job. Now, some of it's not always the college's fault now, because some kids decide to do it their way. Some do not want to be successful outside. They don't want to do no hard work. They don't want to use their degree. They don't want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. They don't want to. I understand. I can't control that. But it should be mandatory that each kid, each athlete takes a course that they can come out with a trade. I don't care if it's real estate license. I don't care if it's an insurance adjuster, an inspection for car insurance. I don't care if it's a property manager. Something simple and easy. When they come out, they'll have that. And then they can intern. Now it's a real intern. You want an intern? I guarantee there's no problem being an intern at a plumbing company, AC company, electrician. Ain't no problem being an intern there. But as soon as you try to be an intern at a hospital or a lawyer officer, it's always tough. Can't get in, or what the case might be. But if I go intern electrician company and I'm assisting him, I can get paid $10 an hour while I'm at that internship. Because now I'm assisting. They don't got no problem helping him out, helping out that lead technician, because the fact that they only gonna pay him less money because they're in an internship. We got to change the game, got to change the narrative. We got to prepare our athletes better in what we're doing while they're in college. Only talk that's been taught is about NIL, making money. But look at the history. There are more athletes out there committing suicide when all said and done because they got nowhere to go, nothing to do, may miss poor management, their money, or just didn't make it. There are other athletes out there going straight to the street, think they're a rapper, smoking weed, doing the drug, tattooing their whole body with a bunch of tic-tac looking like a tic-tac. Where's the young men at? Where's the clean cut? Where's the no tats? Where's the no earrings? Where them guys at? Where's that example at? But when you just going to school to be a sociology degree and hang out and, here's your fire, say, here all the money. They're living for today instead of living for the future. I'm not saying be afraid. I'm not saying not to do anything, but they have to live for the future. They can prepare for the future. But the only way they can do that is we set them up for success. And colleges are not setting athletes up for success because all they want them to do is hit and run that ball. Whether they're giving them money or not. Everybody not getting NIL. Everybody not getting money. They're not giving no money at NIA, no money in JUCO. You paying to go to JUCO. You're paying to go to NIA. You're paying to go to D2 school. You're paying to go to D3. So where's the NIL for them? It's not right. Parents, prepare your athlete for success. Make sure when they're going to college and someone paying for it, they get the best degree they can possibly get. You heard it here from Low, and you're listening to Low on the Listen Low Show, brought by Sweet Fire Production, sponsored by Excel Speed Fitness Training. Like it, share it. Camp King with a K12. Subscribe it. Send it to everyone because everyone needs to know the truth. I'm Colo for life.
Take your game to another level today.